I'm going to repeat it. We have a lot of work to do, comrades. And we can't do that work without a full cabinet. And Congress must be a part of that cabinet, comrades. Comrades, every day I go canvassing, morning, afternoon, and in the evening. And everybody with the same complaint, how they are robbing the country. Comrades, I've said it to you before. This is a very serious matter. We cannot take anything for granted. Comrades, I want to remind you again, it's because of the corruption that is taking place in this country why so many things are not happening for the people. No money, comrades, for the laptops. Over and over you hear us speak about it. I remember we raised it in Parliament, and the fire deputy said, every campaign you talk about the laptops. Well, you could only imagine where our digital economy would have been if we had those laptops. It is because of their incompetence, comrades. That is why they keep on promising and promising the Bastille High School. And you know, nothing is happening. It is because of their dishonesty in public office. That is why so many young people are out of a job up to today. Some haven't worked from since 2019. Comrades, because they are busy stripping the treasury. Our healthcare system is at its worst. It is below zero right now, comrades. And we have to get rid of the minister responsible for health. She has to go. Because of their incompetence. That is why we don't have, or they don't have, any time to focus on the good governance and integrity in public office agenda. You remember those were the buzzwords in 2015. This is 2022 and nothing, comrades. Comrades, while they are there busy fattening their pockets, trying to outdo one another with cars and vehicles and condos, our people are suffering. I run into them on a daily basis and have to come to the many of them in terms of rescuing them. There are people in this country who are going to bed without having anything to eat. Can this be a caring government, comrades? All they are doing is busy trying to feed their family. Many of you have no clue where the next meal will be coming from. I told you, one almost made me cry when she gave me the story of how she had to prostitute herself to feed her 6 children. I tell you, tears built up in my eyes because I felt the pain of that mother. I gave her the assurance that under a Labour government, that will not happen. Comrades, these things are not right. Many of you were kicked out of your jobs. And up to now, some of you on a daily basis calling and running down the Labor Department. And not a word, comrades. They gave you the choice of no job, no job. Without you deciding, some of you lost your jobs. But we have heard our next Prime Minister said that we are going to fix that. That is why I told you, comrades, this time around, it is no jokes we are making. We are not making any jokes because, comrades, the time has come. And I remind you again, no job, no vote. No job, no vote, comrades. They are too out of order. That is why, comrades, I say to you, on election day, you must vote Labour. You must vote the real Labour Party.
Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger.
You must support the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Comrades, you have to show, and I'm using their words, you have to show those vagabonds that you or they will see a new day and a better way in this country with a Labour government. Just imagine, after 7 long years, and you heard Comrade Kenny alluding to it, all of them, all of a sudden, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what is happening. Do you believe that, comrades? Do you believe that, comrades? But, comrades, there is only one word. One word that we drop tonight. That is pure incompetence. Pure incompetence. And you know what we did in East Bastille? When it had an incompetent person up there. You know what we did in East Bastille? Round 2 is upon us. We got rid of incompetent patches and no likes of no other incompetent individual will ever lift the head in constituency number 1. I tell you before and I tell you tonight in Boyd's, all of them must go. All of them got to go, comrades. And we are not going to be listening to their sympathetic press conferences and their sympathetic town hall meetings. We are keeping our eyes on the prize, and that is to ensure that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, the united team, will all work together and march down to Church Street. I said none of them better than none of them. So we are voting for the hand. We are voting for the hand. The helping hand, my dear comrades. I've said to you every time I get an opportunity, I'm asking you, the people of St. Kitts, I'm asking you for a clear mandate. I'm asking you for a clear mandate, one that will usher in a new day and a better way that is coming with Labour. A new day of fairness for all, good governance and real progress for all the people. We are tried and tested. We did it before, and under Dr. Joe, we will do it again. So serving all the people. Comrades, remember I said, it was the PAM leader who said some time ago that he has failed. He has failed. And I mentioned it in a meeting. And somebody called me and say, I should not have played the tape. But Uncle Ronnie, I wonder if you got the clip. It's not my voice. It is not my voice. But they have failed. And we are not dealing with failures. We are sending them packing. The message must be loud and clear, my good people. Because I ask you a question. Can we trust them again, comrades? Can you take that chance, comrades, and trust them to run this country again?
Trust in team unity has been eroded. We have failed to keep too many promises. We have failed to give a fair share to everyone, and that we have fallen short on the issues of good governance and accountability.
We comrades, if they're not accountable, why are you going to waste your vote and give them another opportunity? Comrades, I get excited because I am in Boyd's, and this is the home of the school that I last worked with. When it comes to education, I am very passionate about what Labour will deliver for education. It will be a better way with education, comrades and friends. Comrades, you remember when they sent me down Branty Welch? They thought that they were punishing me. They thought I wasn't going to work. They thought I was going to pack up my bag and retire. But look at the job that I did for the Boyd's community when I transform the Branty Welch primary school. In my school, you could have gone to the gym. We had an up-to-date, state-of-the-art computer lab. Tablets were being used by our kindergarten and grade 1 students. I raised the funds, not a dime from the then government. Look at the uniform. The only primary school who had children decked out in the blazers. Well, if I did it for Branty Welch Primary School, don't you think that as your future Minister of Education, I will do it for all of the schools across this country? You can depend on me. You can depend on me because I am a man of actions, not just words. I get it done, and I am not boasting. I am not boasting, but I tell you, it is going to be a good day. It's going to be a better way and a new day. I give you my word tonight in Boyd's that Labour will transform the education sector, giving each and every one of you equal opportunities to reach your full potential. Those autistic children, you are not going to be left out. Parents, we are going to put the necessary programs in place to cater for all of our children. The Fitzroy Bryan College, I've been saying to you, will be upgraded to a university. And under Labour, no lecturer from CFBC would have to be calling me to say that they have not been paid. Under a Labour government, enrollment, salaries at the CFBC college must happen and will be paid on time. Comrades, the laptops, as I spoke about, going to be able to transform our digital economy. Connectivity throughout all of our schools. Little Bronte Welch again had our whiteboards. We were connected with schools in the USA. That is what I am bringing to this country. The REACH program will be back. The REACH program will be back. And no longer with anybody with the 9 and 10 and 11 CXCs, but because the parents can't afford to pay the fees for CFBC, they are denied. That will not happen. And tonight I say to you, my teachers, I say to my teachers tonight, I love you. I love you, teachers. And under my leadership, those vigorous daily work prep will be no more under labor. We are going to invest in the software. When I taught in New York City, all of my lesson plans, I went to the computer and downloaded them. This is what we are going to do in St. Kitts.
We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
It will be better education for better people and a nation. Comrades, I urge you to stick with labor. Stick with all of our candidates. Labor can restore justice, fairness, and good governance in this country. I say to you, we are here in Boyd's, but earlier I asked you if you're feeling the wave. Comrades, are you feeling the wave? I say to you tonight, we are going to send a red wave right through this entire country. And by extension, we're sending some of the heat over to Nevis to disturb what might be taking place. I said to you, in number 2, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? As the red wave blow, I say blow in number 2 with Marsha. She won't take it on to them and she will defeat them. In number 3, comrades, in number 3, we are taking back what the devil stole from us. We are in the enemy's camp. And are you ready? Are you ready for Congress in number 3? You heard the man. You heard him earlier in number 4. He was roaring. He was roaring. One of my products. I am so proud of Samuel. Comrades, number 4. Are you going to roar with Samuel as the red wave? As the red wave. As the red wave blow. And in number 5. In number 5. It is blowing. I'm feeling it. Comrades, I'm feeling it. Kenny alive in number 5. And in number 6. In number 6. Water blowing. Water blowing. Water blowing. The storm. The storm. The labor storm is building up. And in number 7. In number 7. Are you ready? Are you ready? Comrades, we are going to take him down. He must come down. Every high place must come down. Leon Nathan Nelson will take him down. And comrades, get your raincoat, get your jacket, get your umbrella, get your umbrella. Showers of blessing. What a wave, what a wave, what a wave. Our comrade leader, Comrade Terrence Joe, East Bastia. I love you, Labor Massive. I love you, one love.
Ready, tell them say we red and we ready. Tell them labor, I only with labor, it's the labor. We only with labor, it's the labor. I only with labor, it's the labor. Boy, you're not be asked if I say labor man. I only with labor, I fought it for labor. You're not be asked if I say labor man. I only with labor, I fought it for labor. Boom, they know I'm red, they know I'm proud, and you can see me jumping up in the crowd. So tell a friend and shout it loud. It's labor we are for. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Boy, you're not be asked if I say labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. You're not be asked if I say labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. Ready. Tell them that we ready. Come on, this the best man to keep the country steady. Ready. Let them know we ready. We voting for labor. I only with labor. It's the
Labor Mastiffs! Comrades of labor! Well, me hope I was listening to Jeffrey, because we want a full functional cabinet. We don't want no mix-up. So remember, on election day, we are voting for the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, the real Labour Party. So don't get it twisted. You know something? As a fellow teacher myself, what Jeffrey said tonight really resonated with me. My teachers, did you hear what Jeffrey said? Did you hear what he said about transforming the education sector? Did you hear what he said about those tiring, exhaustive prep? They are going to become obsolete. Vision, innovation. This is what the Labour Party is about. Them other people, they ain't got no vision. Imagine they went and terminate the laptop program. Who does that? In a day and age like this, where technology is everything, and especially with this new generation that we have. Look how they had to scrabble when we had the COVID-19 pandemic. When the children had to do the education online. No, the laptop would have come in good then, no sir? But guess what? They ain't got no vision. A better day is coming with the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, because this is a party that has vision. This is an innovative party. This is a transformational party. A party for the people. And we are going to get the future that we want. We're going to get what we deserve. And remember, take heed. Remember, we ain't want no mix-up. We don't want no mix-up. We don't want no load of hand in our pot. Okay? We cooking good soup over here. mileage over here. Comrades of labor, get ready for our next speaker. Get ready for our next speaker. Can I hear you say woman power? Woman power! Strength of a woman. Our girl on fire from number 2. Central Bastille, where are you? Are you in the house, Central Bastille? Our girl on fire is here. So let's make way for our powerful woman, the strength of a woman who is going to take back number 2. Give it up for Marsha Henderson.
Hey, done right.
Static Entertainment.
Spread your wings. Nothing is impossible, believe. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Blessing off a flow like a river. 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 That for them for know some man a leader. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. Turn them back and we turn them in a believer. Yeah. Man a fire like a rocket, you want them, I gotta stop it. Y'all give me profit, something fat in the traffic. Turning up the profit that I cash in my pocket. Food in the fridge, only push shot in my matic.
Comrades, good night. Comrades, I can't hear you. Good night. West Bastille. Feels good to be in, boys. When the Central Massive come forward. Come forward, Central. You see, comrades, tonight I am here to give my fullest support to the man from number 3. To the man who make the song for we. The man who's sweet subtle. And the man who gonna have number 3 jumping up again. The man, comrades, who will deliver the seats in number 3 for the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. West Bastille, who are talking about? Who are talking about West Bastille? That's right. Comrade Conris Maynard. You see, comrades, we have in Conris Maynard a man who is passionate about the people of West Bastille. Conris is no doubt the best choice for the people of West Bastille. He is the only choice for the people of West Bastille. Conris is red and ready to work for the good people in West Bastille. So don't be distracted by the side talkers. In West Bastille, you deserve good and proper representation. And Conris Maynard is the only person who can do that for you. So West Bastille, it is time, this is the time to elect Conris Maynard as your next representative to work for you. You see, comrades, tonight, again, I want to assure you that I, Marsha Henderson, have your back. You see, I have your back because I understand exactly what many of you are going through in this country. Just like you, I too came from humble beginnings. That is in the heart of Central Bastille. So I know the struggles, comrades. I know the pain. Yes. So today, comrades, I stand before you ready to represent the people of Central Bastille. Now, like I said when we were in Keys, I feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of a lot of persons who supported me in Central Bastille. And for that, comrades, I could never be ungrateful. I will never forget, comrades, where I came from. And that is why, comrades, I am grateful for the people of Central Bastille, and I will always have your back. No, a lot of time, comrades, I have come into contact with several persons who I've observed, especially in Central Bastille, who are homeless. Persons who are unable to either pay their rent or their mortgage at the bank. Even when we were canvassing the constituency sometime this week, I saw the despair and hopelessness in the eyes of so many of the residents in Central Bastille, facing the daily hardships of life. I am deeply moved, comrades, when I see young, bright people, jobless, homeless, and living on the streets. Homeless, comrades, and hopeless. Many of you here tonight are still without jobs. Many of you would have lost your jobs during the pandemic. And even now, comrades, some of you are still without work. Some 2 years later, people were told by this disunity government that if they didn't take the job, they would not have their jobs. People are still waiting on their severance payments months after being fired from their jobs. These things ain't right, comrades. And these things could never be right. Everybody must eat. And comrades, tonight I give you my solemn commitment. Tonight that under a new labor administration, we will correct that injustice. I, Marsha Henderson, do pledge to you tonight, comrades, that those persons terminated from their jobs will receive their severance payments in the first 100 days of a new labor administration. People, our comrades, our people continue to suffer terribly from a lack of proper health care in this country. Almost every day a constituent sees me and complains that when they go to the hospital, they can't access things like basic drugs to treat whatever conditions they have. I was talking to a constituent who resides overseas, and he told me he wanted to come home and live out his retirement in St. Kitts. But he is afraid, comrades, and he can't trust our broken healthcare system, and he's reluctant to come home to the land where he was born. Thank God for our nurses and doctors who continue to do their best under such trying circumstances. And yet, comrades, despite all the suffering, the present government is doing absolutely nothing about this very shameful situation. And you know why, comrades? They can't provide affordable housing, and why they can't provide jobs and proper health care in this country to our people. You know why, comrades? Outside of them not caring, the money that they should be spending on looking after our people is being spent, comrades, on enriching themselves. Every day, if you peruse Facebook, you would see them accusing one another of robbing the revenue of the country. That is why they come to mash up, comrades. They mash up because they had one big falling out about who grabbing the most out from the treasury. That is what the big mashup in the unity concoction is about. Comrades, they don't care about you. They are only in this for themselves. And that is tonight. That is why tonight, comrades, I tell you again, like I told you in Sandy Point and in Keys, when they come to you, tell them, hell no, they got to go. And even when they huff and puff, comrades, what you tell them, enough is enough. Tell them, comrades, their time is up. But comrades, a new light is going to shine upon this land. A new day and a better way is coming with labor. And so, comrades, the time is now. The time is now. Time to pivot from corruption and nepotism. Time to stop the bold-faced raping of our country. Time, comrades, to fix back this land of beauty. So night and night, we've come before you, comrades. A team that is ready. A team that is faithful. Faithful, comrades, to the restoration of our country. Faithful, comrades, to the development of our people. Faithful to public integrity. A team faithful to you. Comrades, we need in government a party with a full team. A full team that will work for you. A full labor team that would work for the people. This team, this labor team, comrades, is committed to getting our people back up and working. We are committed to providing a better way of life for our people, comrades. Ensuring that a thriving job market that our men and women can provide for their families, creating happier homes, comrades, and happier children. Can I say again, comrades, that I have your backs? And I ask you to vote for me in Central Bastille, because a vote for me is a vote for you. And as Comrade Jeffrey likes to say, we want to mix up. We want a clear and powerful mandate so that we can rescue this country from this hot mess.
Is dead, they go dead, labor again. Man, I got them going by deep breath, and they breaking a sweat, hear them.
And so, comrades, with labor, it is going to be a new day and a better way. Vote for the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, comrades. Vote for the hand. Vote to secure your future. I love you, comrades. I love you all. Good night.
Of labor. I hope I hear what Masha say, you know. She said everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. She has our backs. And you know what? I believe her. I believe her because she is a woman of action. She is a woman of action. Strength of the woman. And you know, once you have a woman on your team, you know things are gonna get done. All those of you who ain't get your severance package, your severance pay, I guarantee you, if it's one person that is going to ensure that you get your money, where they are you? Masha! That powerful woman, she is going to see that it is done. Comrades of labor, mine are your vote to secure your future. Vote to secure your future. Vote for the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Now, as we move along, yes, Javan, I see you. As we move along, our next speaker, we really have to put some respect on this man's name. We have to put some respect on this name. I'm telling you. Because this is a man that through his stellar leadership placed Kitts-Nevis on top. He had Kitts-Nevis at number one. Kitts-Nevis was the envy of the Caribbean. Number one in the Leeward Islands. Number one in the OECS. It was beer progress when a back in this country. Not no empty promises. And so, it is with great pride and joy that I introduce to you this next speaker, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart, I hang on every word you say, tears apart. The start of every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone.
Thank you. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. This is me. The only edition. Unlimited only edition. I want to thank you tonight, my dear comrades. My dear fellow citizens. Those here in your thousands tonight, and those in the diaspora tuning into this meeting right here in Boyd. My dear people, I can feel the energy. It is electrifying. It took me more than 20 minutes to get into this meeting. Labour is alive again. Labour is on the rise. Labour will continue to rise.
Are we ready for them? Let them know we're ready for them. Don't tell them so.
Labour is massive. Labour is large. Labour needs to be in charge.
Nobody gonna slow us down. Nobody gonna break us down. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
I want to give you a little story very quickly. Before I came to this meeting tonight, I was informed that the lawyers from the other side have informed our lawyers on our side that the tune that brings me to the platform, Simply the Best, is a violation of copyright. And it would appear as if Thibault has complained to Facebook, and we may not be able to play this tune in the future for me. So what the man afraid me for? What are you afraid for? What is all this about? Because I am simply the best, better than all the rest. Imagine that.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
And so tonight, my dear people, it became necessary for me to go back home to constituency number 6 and commission the artists there to find me an appropriate tune. And what do you think they have come up with? There's a young man called Ease Out. Ease Out from number 6. Let me hear the words tonight. Come on, Ronnie Rascal.
Hi, from Newgong to Harris's. Labour people, Sampers, Baby, Pasigong, Salas, looking for the people. A real devoted leader. He always deliver. Stand firm in a saying, kiss us so it is. Don't hear the man for number 6. Looking for the people. A real devoted leader.
You see, they can't keep a good man down. They can't keep Labour down. Labour will rise again. Labour must rise. Labour must take back this government for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis.
Sampers, Baby, Pasigong, Salas, looking for the people. A real devoted leader. He always deliver. Stand firm in a saying, kiss us so it is. Don't hear the man for number 6. Looking for the people.
And so tonight, my dear people, I am so pleased to be here in Boyd at this massive Labour meeting. We are growing in numbers. I can feel it. I can see it. Labour is slowly taking over. Labor must not now stop. Labor must continue to move. Labor, this is your country. And we need to ensure that we take back the country. We need a victory, not so much for Labor, but for St. Kitts and Nevis. Because a victory for St. Kitts and Nevis is a victory for Labor. It is a victory for you and your children, for this generation and generations to come. And so, my dear people, we will not rest until Labor sees this victory. It means that you will be empowered. You and your children will be able to enjoy a better quality of life in this, the country of your birth. And so, it feels good to be here in Boyd's again. Labor is not only alive in the rest of the constituencies, but Labor is alive here in constituency number 3. I want to point out to the people of Boyd's and constituency number 3 that Congress is truly a man and the right man for this constituency. He has represented you for 5 years, the last 5 years when Labor was in opposition. We know why he was cheated out. They could not have Congress continue because it was to thwart their plans. Congress is a worthy opponent, a worthy representative of the people of constituency number 3. Congress is bright. He's a strong, capable individual. He will make a Labor government stronger so that your own Labor government can make number 3 and our country better again. Since our last public meeting, my dear comrades, I have met and I have listened and I have canvassed a large number of people in my own constituency. I have been especially in Sadlers. I have been in Deer Bay. And just today, this morning, I was in my office in St. Paul's. I am still in love with number 6. And number 6 is still in love with their representative, their leader for the last 33 years. They are still in love with me and I with them. We have accomplished so much together over the years. I feel real glad that I have now another opportunity to work for all of them in a new Labor government. I understand their concerns. I realize that having delivered for so many of our people in the past, they, the younger generation, are now expecting a new delivery for them. And I shall not fail them in their own quest. I continue to be assured that number 6 isn't about to give up in this envious position of never ever wavering away from Labor. Never flirted with the political enemy on the other side. Remain virgin territory for Labor, and it will continue to remain that way. And so I say to you, here in Boyd's in this massive meeting in support of Congress Maynard. Number 6 people are saying to the people of number 3, and they have told me, and they have asked me to tell you that we will never switch up. Never will we switch up here in number 6. Number 3, you need to follow our own leading. Never switch up again. Return Congress Maynard to the parliament of our country to represent you. And that, of course, as you're hearing, that deserves a wow. Let me hear it. It deserves a double wow. A triple wow. Wow, wow, wow. My dear people, our country needs a strong economy in going forward. Our country needs a strong economy in which small, large, and medium-sized businesses would flourish. Our country needs an economy which can support and pull the poor out of poverty, pull the indigent people to where they can be proud to work for themselves, earn a living, and feed their families. They want to make sure that this economy can help the ordinary people, help them out of their current economic situation and bring them into new prosperity. I believe tonight, from the bottom of my heart, that we can accomplish this as a people, as a party, and as labor in government once again. And we want to make sure that we can do this. We can achieve this if you vote for labor to go into government. I ask you, therefore, to give us 2 things. Tonight, I ask you in this meeting in Boyd, give labor an absolute majority. An absolute majority. All 8 seats if possible. All in for that matter. All 8 for that matter. An absolute majority, my dear people. And secondly, with that absolute majority, you will give labor a stable government. You will give the people of St. Kitts-Nevis a stable government. Look at what we've achieved over the years with a stable government. And what do I mean by a stable government? We will want to make sure that with all 8 in the parliament, or if only 6 in the parliament, we on our own can be a government for labor and for the country. That does not mean we can't invite others, but we will be a labor government centrally. And we will achieve our specific goals. We want to make sure that we echo from street to street, from bus to bus, from school to school, from factory to factory. Give labor all 8 and give labor a stable government at the crease. With 6 seats or more, my dear people, a stable labor government can deliver on an upgrade that we delivered for 20 years in government. We want to upgrade We want to upgrade, my dear people. We want to upgrade on the best years that we have seen here in St. Kitts and Nevis. In other words, give labor the opportunity to put another $1.5 billion, $1.5 billion in reserve for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Another increase of our minimum wage to $500, especially for our women folk who are working in our factories and unable to feed themselves and their families. An upgrade to greater protections, my dear people, from burdensome taxation or imports for small local businesses who are crying out for help. An upgrade, my dear people, an upgrade for another highway, not the Kim Collins Highway, not the Williams Highway, but the highway that will take you either from Buckley's down to Capisteer or from Canada Estate going across the mountainside down into Capisteer. And why do we need this? It will be a massive development project that will provide hundreds and thousands of jobs for our people in construction. Big development plans that will employ thousands of our people who presently are looking for employment. It will make sure that we will have not only 1,000 and plus jobs in construction, but will generate economic employment and benefits generally for our people in the tune of 5,000 people with new economic opportunities in agriculture, in small business, in horticulture, in so many economic activities that will spring up in the thousands of acres of land that will be freed up as a result of access through these highways. Labor believes in thinking big, creating big things so that our people can be empowered. Our people for generations to come will have employment opportunities so that they can empower themselves and further push our country to be the powerhouse, the economic powerhouse in the region. We want to make sure that this massive opportunity provided by giving labor a stable government, an all-aid government, will ensure that there is another education revolution here in St. Kitts and Nevis. A 2 plus, a 2-0 plus will be the new trend in moving education to the next level. We will make sure that there is also an opportunity at last to reduce the interest paid by public servants on the interest loans that you had when you went off to study as student. A decrease in the student loans interest rates that are being charged. No less than $10,000 will be cut off from your own payment presently in the development bank. This is because we are trying our very best then to free up money, to free up opportunities for all of our public servants, our nurses, our teachers, the civil servants generally in my administration and other places. This is because they are crying out for help. They are saying, with the high interest loans payments, we can't at the moment even purchase a small vehicle. We can't leave our parents' homes and go eventually to a small apartment on our own. This is burdensome and it must be relieved. My dear people, as I close, I want to make it clear that a new Labour stable government will be enabling St. Kitts-Nevis companies to expand and acquire and merge with other companies throughout the OECS region so that we can really become, again, the economic powerhouse of the region. With the brilliant minds of our young people on the cusp of taking Labour back into office, we expect a re-engineering of the local economy so that our small businesses, those who have benefited from a thriving tourist industry, the braiders, the entertainers, all those in the restaurants, all those who have provided services, they would have their lives returned to them in a different way. The innovation, the creativity, especially of our entertainers, that is what we are asking for. That they be given another chance so that they can rebuild themselves after what devastation we saw in COVID-19. My dear people, I have no doubt in my mind that you will return the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party to office. We have been good to St. Kitts-Nevis. St. Kitts-Nevis recognizes that. We know why we are out of office. Don't be fooled a second time. Don't be fooled a second time. You are wise. 90% of this population has literacy in their bag. 90% of this population has been to secondary school. You are wise. Think wisely and continue to ensure that Labour is returned with a sound majority, a full majority in the next Parliament of St. Kitts and Nevis. God bless you. Thank you tonight.
Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting. Alright, me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Somebody say, whoa, we voting the comrade back. Yeah, we voting the comrade back. That's right. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting. Alright, me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Somebody say, whoa, we voting the comrade back. Yeah, we voting the comrade back.
Comrades of Labour, we won all 8. I just wanted to say that. We want all 8. We don't want no mix up. My people of number 3. My dear people of constituency number 3. You hear what Uncle Doug is saying? Never switch up again. Never switch up again. Remember, we are voting for stability. We don't want no flim-flam government. Well. I know that my people of number 3 can't wait to jump up again. We can't wait to jump up again. Constituency number 3. I know that you will ensure that proper representation is restored to constituency number 3. And I am confident that the crown shall return to number 3. Because we have our king right here. And to introduce our king, we have the young Mr. Malachi Tucker Gums to introduce our king.
Good evening, comrades. Good evening, comrades. Comrades of labor, let me hear you. A special good night to you all. Let nothing be done for selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem. You can hear me now? You sure? Okay. Let nothing be done for selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than themselves. Let each of you look out for one another, not only for your own interests. Philippians 2, verses 3 to 4. My name is Malachi Tucker Gums, and I have the esteemed honor tonight to introduce the very own special and exceptional Mr. Conrad Gregor Menton Maynard. No, comrades. It sounds strange for me to say introduce, isn't it? The fact is, we the people of St. Kitts-Nevis have known Conrad for many years. King Conrad, the king, the man for number 3. Just this last carnival, he had us jumping up again. But comrades, allow me to introduce Mr. Conrad Maynard. Beyond his art craft of music, a talent which the Almighty has undeniably blessed him with. Conrad Maynard graduated from the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine, Trinidad, with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering, with first-class honors. Comrades, this is no easy feat. While achieving this, Conrad also became president of the St. Kitts-Nevis Students Association. He then graduated from the University of Waterloo in Canada with a master's in electrical and computer engineering. Conrad then made a decision to return to home to St. Kitts-Nevis, as it was his burning desire to use his skills to contribute our nation's development. He became a lecturer at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College, where he taught Cape and Dewey computer science. He also began consulting businesses in the area of computer systems. With his continued love for music, he expanded his music studio and offered services to musicians throughout the Federation, with a passion to improve the quality of music production. He was then offered the opportunity to manage the operations of a regional petroleum company in the BVI. Conrad took up the challenge, and he did what he always does with any task he is entrusted with: take it to a higher level. So that is a bit about Conrad the engineer. This man has many sides. The king has always been about giving back to his community and country. Not just now, but long time. For every crown that he has won since 2005, Conrad has donated a portion of his winnings to a charity or noble cause, including the Pediatric Assistance League, the Advancement of Children Foundation, the Police Boys Club, and the Bastia High School, just to name a few. In fact, one year, he gave a donation of 10% of his winnings to the church. He mentored and arranged music for the St. Kitts-Nevis Steel Orchestra based in the village. Congress has sponsored almost every cultural and community group in the village in culture, sports, education, and religion throughout West Bastia, including world famous Valance Masquerade. In 2013, Congress also initiated the West Bastia All-Round Student Scholarship Award for grade 6 students in West Bastia area going off to high school. After returning from university in 2008, Congress felt it imperative to get closer to the community and especially among the young men to offer mentorship. This resulted in Congress becoming an executive member of the Village Superstars Football Club, where he could reach out to a lot of young men in the community. During this, Congress took up a personal project to resurface the Patsy Alice playing field, making it look like a golf course. And we all know Congress's reputation in the music and the entertainment industry in our federation. He is our federation's 6-time undefeated Calypso Senior Monarch, the 3-time Leeward Islands Calypso Monarch, our 3-time National Soca and Party Monarch, and our Silver Jubilee 25th Anniversary Independence King. Do you know what speaks to me as a youth about Congress Maynard when I look up to him? The fact that he's a multifaceted man, the exemplary way in which he has lived his life, his unwavering commitment to family, his dedication to his community, the numerous achievements he has earned in his short 30 years here in this world, which he is so humble about. You know, when I was going through this bio about him for tonight, I thought perhaps maybe he's too humble. For as far as I can see, Congress Maynard is one of a kind individual. And that is why the people of constituency number 3 are proud to rally behind him. Let me hear your constituency number 3. You know the saying, you must know a good thing when you have it? Well, we the people of number 3 know that we have a good representative in Congress Maynard. We have an intelligent man, wise beyond his years. We have a visionary. We have a creative and talented man. We have a caring man, a genuine man, a man with a heart of gold. We have an honest man. Constituency number 3, we have an honest man. I love that Congress can make us as a country sing one song. And isn't that what we need right now? Isn't that what we need right now? Congress has shown us his trophy. So this ain't just about talk. You see this extra energy he has brought to this campaign? You see this extra energy he has brought to this campaign? And I know he must got them going by the breath. And they're breaking a sweat. And this is why we in number 3 are definitely going to be jumping up again when Congress Maynard, the king, the man for number 3, brings home constituency number 3 to the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. So help me welcome the king, the man for number 3, Congress Maynard.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people who meet me on the street and say the same thing. That players out there anxiously waiting to hear a little something from the king. From the children to teacher, musician to blogger to Christian on Sunday morning. From Tivana to Julie, I teach her, she's sharing me fans and pleading to me. I wanna hear you, everybody. 10,000 patriots, ancient Kitts-Nevis, can't be wrong. Can't waste no time, no how, when we saying that we want you on the stage in song. You have the magic to make us jump again. And with all the stressing of the world, we need good music in we soul. Is everyone and the mother saying to me, everybody, demand for number 3, sing a song for me. Cause when you hit this stage, I'll be jumping up again, bring back your melody to have a hold on me, because you speak so tame. I wanna see everybody jumping. Jump, 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 jump. Take a jump up, I need to jump up. Yeah. Who could have predicted the irony of the whole world getting blinded in 2020? Comrades! Not a man could have moved, take a flight or a cruise while distance is comrades, comrades of labor! Good night, comrades of labor! Good night, constituency number 3! Good night to the boys community! Your real representative is here. The representative who will not leave you out is here. Because number 3 is coming back to good representation. Number 3 is coming back to good representation. Comrades of labor and all citizens listening this evening, a pleasant good evening to all. I want to first extend congratulations to the Bronte Welch Primary School on celebrating their 30th anniversary. Put your hands together for the institution of the Bronte Welch Primary School. This area has a lot to celebrate as well, because in the recently held Labour Queen show, the Labour Queen came from this very area. Put your hands together for Queen Tishante Smith. We have also found an excellent host tonight. Your very own Cassandra Kelly Johnson. This area is doing it big. I want to say a special thank you as well to the young man who introduced me, Malachi Tucker Gums. Comrades, I remember when I was competing in Anguilla. The first time I went to Anguilla, after I had won the crown here in St. Kitts, I didn't capture the crown. The second time I went to Anguilla, I still didn't capture the crown. And I said, no, it can't stay like that. And so I went down to Anguilla earlier. I studied the landscape. I crafted a strategy. I worked the strategy, and I brought back the crown. So I want to say to the people of Boyd's, West Farm and Points, the first time I came, I didn't come back with the crown from Boyd's. The second time I came, I didn't come back with the crown for Boyd's. But I have crafted a strategy. I am visiting you in your homes. I am eating out of your pot. I am sitting down in your chair. I am getting to know you. You are getting to love me. And I'm going to bring back the crown of Boys, West Farm and Points in the next general election.
Well. What
strife and trouble in the place.
You deserve it. Because there is work to do in constituency number 3. And the outgoing representative has been hiding from the work.
Has anyone seen the minister anywhere?
Let me hear you. Everybody say, let me hear you say. Hiding from the work. Healer. Do the choir part now. Everybody say. Hiding. 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 I can't hear you. Hiding. 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 Killer in the government hiding from the work. And the people of Boyd's, West Farm and Points know that very well. Because since she has become the representative of the area, they can't find a killer. Because she in the government hiding. That beat sound good, eh? Rascal, let me go.
Haven't seen the minister anywhere?
Pull up. We'll send it around so you could have it on your phone. You want it on your phone? You want the ringtone? I can send it out tomorrow. Comrades, and you know the funny thing about me saying that a killer in the government hiding? He got a partner named Maynard. And he agrees with me. Because just a few years ago, when I was telling you that Aquila was not going to be a good representative, Milo said no. And he went around the village and said, Aquila is the choice. Aquila is the choice. But now Milo himself has come to the realization that Congress Maynard was right all along. Until he now is coming as a candidate against Aquila. Milo agrees with me that killer in the government hiding. Comrades and residents of Boys, I am ready to provide the leadership and representation that you deserve. In fact, the last time any major set of work was done here was when I became a candidate and the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party was still in office. We renovated the community center in Palmetto Point after it was dilapidated. We built a sidewalk because I remember a little girl got knocked down as she was leaving school. And so we built the sidewalk so that she and others can walk on the sidewalk across to West Farm and get home. The play field that had not been done for many years, it is Congress Maynard and Labour who got it done until it has been now abandoned and not taken care of. I had the fencing plan and they didn't do it. Houses were built. But you see, we did not win the government in 2015. And I never had the chance to serve you in government. And with all the successes I've shown you that I can have, you must know that I am going to be an excellent representative in government. And so we are asking, our team is asking of you to give us that chance in government. Because we have shown that we can work. And with our new energy, with our new focus, we will work even better in government. So what will we deliver to you, the people of constituency number 3 in government? Recently, I met with some young men from this very area. One in particular, who had been farming in the hillsides of Boyd's for 15 to 20 years. And all of a sudden, a big businessman and the henchwoman up in sustainable development send backhoe and all kind of things. And all the plants that they had, the watermelon, the shed that they put up, the fruit trees, the vegetables, they rip them up right here in the hillsides of Boyd's. That is unconscionable. That is heartless. And so we are saying to the young men of this area who have loved their farming, that we in the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will give the land back to you to do your farming. We will provide fencing and the tools needed for you to reap your crops. I mean, one of the young men say, what do you want me to do? You want me to go rob and kill? I gone out the way, man, in nobody way. So much other piece of land there. But every day they're just coming up and taking up the land. No consultation. But we give the commitment that we will make it feasible for you to plant your food and make a living. Give you access to water and all that is needed in the area. Another hurt that I hear all the time from the people of Boys and West Farm and Points in particular is that every day or every time they are seeing other people come and access lands around them which they cannot get themselves. So what happened to the people of Boys and West Farm and Points? We are saying that that must end. The people of Boys, West Farm and Points must have first preference when it comes to the lands in this area. And we don't have a land problem in St. Kitts. There's plenty land left. And I give the commitment that those of you who have not yet gotten a piece of the rock, Congress Maynard and the Labour Party will make sure that you can have a piece of this beautiful rock of St. Kitts and Nevis. But not only land we will provide. Once again, we will start another housing revolution in this country. In fact, we will introduce new areas of housing. And one in particular, to some of the young men I've met in this community. You are strong, you work in the construction industry, and you know how to build houses. So what we are saying as a party is that we will give you a bundle of materials such that we can guide you to the process of building your own home. It will reduce significantly the cost that you have to pay for your home. We will provide the plans and we will provide the guidance from the building board such that you are given your materials to start your foundation. When you finish your foundation, you get your material to cast your floor. When you finish that, you get your material to build your walls. Then your windows, doors, and your roof. We will give you a bundle of materials. But what about those of you who find yourself in a middle section of our society where you don't necessarily, or rather you are overqualified. They might tell you you're overqualified for an affordable home. But when you go to the bank, you are underqualified for a bank loan. When Labour is saying we cannot leave out this emerging class of people in our country. And so part of our housing revolution will be to provide affordable homes for the middle class of this country. That you can have extra rooms, maybe extra apartments that you can get other income from. That is the vision of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. That is what this area must look forward to. That is what constituency number 3 must look forward to. And not only that, as an engineer, I will make it my business to ensure that all of these housing projects have the necessary infrastructure in place. So for the persons who live in Boyd's View and East West Farm and Shadwell and Dewars, we will be putting in the infrastructure so that you can have access to your land so that you can build and that your house not dirty with dust all the time. Comrades, one of the things that I come across a lot in Boyd's West Farm and Points and throughout the constituency is a lot of people who are interested in small businesses, all types of small businesses, from food to hair to nails to makeup, plumbing, everything. We are saying a couple of things as the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. We will provide grants and funding and loans to you. But not only that, we're not going to just throw you out in the ocean such that you cannot swim. We will provide you with the guidance of how to effectively run and manage a business. Because a lot of people have great ideas and they are very skilled in what they do, but they do not have any training in business management. And so sometimes they lose their way. We are saying no, we will provide the funding, but we will provide the training. Additionally, many of you have to resort to being on your verandas or in your backyard or in your front room. I am saying for constituency number 3, I will deliver a mall complex such that you can have a stall where you can display your services and have customers come in luxury to attend to you. That will be called a small business complex. And additionally, although the rent or the lease will be low, we are saying to get you started, the first 3 months of the space will be free so that you can get yourself going. Labor is always thinking about how we can help the people. Comrades, you guys heard I'm an engineer. I'm an electrical and computer engineer. And if you have listened to my music, I've referenced all of these things before. And one of them is green energy. We have an abundance of green energy all around us. We have sun, we have wind, we have geothermal. We are small enough to achieve energy independence. But what does that mean for you? If your bill is $100, it could mean that your bill will now be $20. Because green energy savings are significant. And if you are fortunate enough, as we will make you, to own your own home, when you install green energy fittings like solar on your house and you produce more energy than you need, the government will give you a credit for that. That is the green economy and the green energy sector that we will develop here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Now, I am told I am a good Calypsonian, right? But I love sports. But I know that me not good in sports. And so that's why I've always been so involved, because I really wish that I could have played football. I really wish I could have played football. And so when you say like Nata, boy, you can't even kick a ball. In basketball you used to play? So, for sports development, we are saying that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, under leadership of Congress Maynard in constituency number 3, will develop a first-class sporting complex on the Limekeel playing field. I've said that since 2014. I've said that since 2014. Yes, I put in the lights. Me, I'm somebody here now. Because the Village Superstars is one of the best teams in this country. And so we must have the best facility in this country. We will also ensure that we have what we call a sports academy, such that when we identify talent at a young age of 5 or 6, we guide them through primary school, and then we enroll them in this academy so that they will become professional athletes. The difference between a Messi and a mughead, anybody here who know football? Messi ain't no more talented than mughead, but Messi had a facility and a system and a structure to grow. What we are saying, we will develop that right here in St. Kitts-Nevis, so that we will see our players reach the highest leagues in this world. Comrades, another thing that we are going to get with good representation from Congress, Maynard and Labour is, as I walk around the constituency, and in particular someone asked me earlier this week, there's this old lady, she has no family to take care of her. Where can I put her? The card in home is full and something else is not available. We are saying that our elders and our indigent must age with dignity. And so we will completely build a brand new elderly and indigent care facility to replace the card in home, so that our elderly can have an area where they can socialize and be taken care of. We will have a section to deal with those who have their different mental issues. But we must focus on our elderly and ensure that they age with dignity. As we walk around the village area, we realize that there are a lot of abandoned properties. And so I will oversee what we call the West Bastille Clean, to push the government to legislate what we can do about abandoned properties and ensure that we keep our communities clean, because it is not only unsightly, but it is also unhealthy. And so we will initiate the West Bastille Clean. Comrades, as my battery is going to run out just now with my notes, I have to wrap up just now. But one of the important things that I've heard, as well as I've walked around the constituency and around this country hearing from people, is the burden of the student loan. And Dr. Douglas mentioned it today. We will not only look at reducing the interest rates for student loans, but we will improve the program which we started, where you will be able to consolidate your student loan with a mortgage and a car note with a reduced interest rate, that the guarantee is supported in part by the CBI proceeds of this government, so that your payment, such that your student loan payments do not inhibit you from growing in life. As an engineer as well, I will ensure that St. Kitts-Nevis becomes one of the premier e-government countries in the Caribbean. We will digitalize our data collection, so that when you go to government facilities and departments, you don't have to fill out all of this paper, go this other place and get that, go down the road and get a stamp, go up the police station to get a police report, go over Bird Rock for this, Sandy Point for that. We are going to digitalize the government, so that in the palm of your hands on your phone, you could apply for whatever it is you want. That is what we will deliver. And as an electrical and computer engineer with a master's in software engineering and computer network and security, I know how to do it. Comrades, in our constituency, we have our hospital, which is in dire straits. And I know the comrade leader will probably talk more about this. But we will rebuild our JNF hospital. But our approach will be three-pronged. It will not be just about rebuilding and refurbishing our hospital and our other healthcare facilities. But it will be also improving the quality of service that you get by retraining our staff and incentivizing them such that they are interested and eager to work. The third prong will be, of course, universal healthcare coverage, so that you do not go broke or you do not die because you cannot afford basic health care. As the representative for this constituency where JNF is, that is a priority for me. You know, a young lady called me the other day and she said, Conwes, I want you to consider how much we have to pay for duties when we bringing in we clothes. She said, I don't want to be wearing the same clothes like somebody else. And so I want to honor my things. But then when I pay more up at customs than I pay for the clothes, it's hard to get anything done. The same thing when I went to a designer's home who sews for people and make custom clothes. Same thing again. The duties are so high that it becomes inhibitive. And so we give a commitment to a review and an overhaul of the complete customs tariff for duties, so that we can make sure that they are reasonable in this time that we have here. Comrades, as I wind up, final point for now is that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party has always been built on protecting the workers of this country. And we are given the commitment to continue to do that. And this pandemic has taught us that we have to look at, I have to take off this thing. We have to look at how our workers are treated in the workplace. We will examine the existing laws of this country to ensure that big businesses cannot take advantage of the small man. It cannot be right that people lose their bread and butter over serious health concerns that they may have. And then look at what we have right now. We are able to meet here. They have said that the mask mandate is no longer there. We have fests all over the place. People are gathering. But in the National Bank, those who have decided for valid reasons that they cannot take the vaccination have to take a test every 2 weeks and pay for it, even when they're on vacation. That doesn't sound right. And so when we get to government, we will end these type of practices that are victimizing certain people in our country. And we will create a tripartite committee between the employers, the employees' representation, and the Labour Party to examine these laws, to have them changed and updated within 90 days. So the Labour Party continues to be the party that is representative of the needs of the workers in this country. And so, comrades, I want to ask you this as I make way for our dear comrade leader to close the meeting this evening. Are you ready for that kind of representation? A representation that is focused, a representation that is stable, a representation that will be present. I, King Conwes, give my commitment to you, and in particular the people of Boys, West Farm and Points. You have said that you have not gotten the attention that you deserve, and I agree with you. And so that is why I insisted that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party come right here in the heart of your community to tell you that you are on the forefront of our minds, and that King Conwes will bring the representation that you require, that you deserve. So are you ready for the King? Are you ready for the King? Are you ready for the King? Because, you know, I don't trouble nobody first, you know. I don't trouble nobody first. But when people trouble me, I will just warn you, you must never, ever wake a sleeping tiger. And last election, they came and they disturbed the tiger in constituency number 3. and are waking up now. And so I am telling you that come next election, I'm going to tear up the place and we're going to win back constituency number 3.
Demand for number 3. Sing a song for me. Cause when you hit the stage, I'll be jumping up again. Bring back your melody.
So comrades, I ask you to go out on election day and give Congress Maynard a chance to serve you in government. Let him win for you like he has won in calypso, in music, in education, in life. I want to see you share the opportunities that many others have had. And so I ask you on that day to vote for the hand, vote for Labour in all 8 constituencies. I love you, the people of Boys West Farm and Points. I love you, the people of the village. I love you, the people of Shadwell. And I give my commitment to be the best representative you have ever had. I love you. Good night. God bless. God bless.
For number 3, sing a song for me. Cause when you hit the stage, I'll be jumping up again. Bring back your melody to have a hold on me. Cause you speak so tall, I'm gonna be jumping up again. Jump, 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 jump. Who could have predicted the irony of the whole world getting blinded in 2020? Not a man could have moved, take a flight or a cruise while distancing socially. Now it's all kind of who's got people so confused and no vision to men with country.
Comrades, them a hide from the walk. But nobody gonna fool us in number 3 ever again. I would just like to touch on something that my comrade Maynard said, when he spoke about empowering our young people and empowering the small businesses. Because we know that we have a situation here where the competition is giving handouts, giving these stipends to secure votes. And when he mentioned that, it came to my mind that if you're gonna be going around giving people money to vote, giving them a $500 here and there, which is gonna finish in a day, right? But why not empower our young people instead? Why not give them the opportunity to build their small business so that they can do what they have to do for themselves and not have to always rely on you? So I just want my people to see that it is very insulting when people are gonna come to you and say, oh, I'm going to give you this. I'm gonna give you what, $500? So that's what, $100 a year I'm supposed to survive off of? Like, really? So you have to think about, like, what am I worth? That is what I am worth? That is an insult. Yes, so don't let nobody insult you like that. Because if they really care for you, they would empower you. So, as we continue, we are winding down now. And up next, last, but of course by no means least, is our party leader. Yes, number 8. This is a gallant of a man, a champion of the people, the man who cares for you, a man who is here to serve you, a selfless and compassionate leader, a competent and dedicated doctor, to you none other than Dr. Terence Joe.
Dr. Joe ready, labor ready, red and ready. Dr. Joe ready, labor ready, red and ready. We ready. Dr. Joe ready, ready to lead the government, yeah. So all we did think he did already. We did just a cool down, yeah. Tell them labor ready, call in the school round, yeah. Labor, people tell them. Dr. Drew respect himself, respect the youth, respect the elders, man. He know what he a bring, me know what me a sing. When me put it in a song, the streets of Dr. Drew real, and he loves this land. This time we now feel, cause them can't cheat again, man. Dr. Judy does a cool and a pill. Now what time we go fight? We have a nation to rebuild and get this right. SKNLP. Dr. Judy is the right choice. So please, wanna hear my cry. Dr. Judy ready to lead the government, yeah. So all we did think he did already. Just a cool down, yeah. Tell them labor ready, call in the school round, yeah. Labor. Dr. Joe
Ready. Comrades! It's late, but you're not gonna wear. You ready? You ready? You ready?
Let them know we ready for them. Don't tell them so, that's how we feed them. Let them know. We feed them ready.
You registered? You registered? Well, show me your voting finger. Show me your voting finger.
Raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting. Alright, me and my neighbor. Voting for labor.
They can't touch labor. Imagine that they mash up and break up. Labor outside and labor ready and they're not ready. I said to them, long time, that no matter what they do, they will never catch labor off guard. So labor ready. We're ready. And I want to also say that this campaign has stages to it. 5 stages this campaign has. And labor only at the 2nd stage. So they ain't seen nothing yet. Labor ready for them.
One step ahead, on them boys head. One step ahead, on them boys head.
I'm happy to be here in constituency number 3. And I won't be long because it's late, but I want to say a number of critical things that you can look forward to as comrades and as citizens of St. Kitts-Nevis. And to the people of West Farm Boys, I want to say to you tonight that we are here because as your next parliamentary representative said, that you're on our minds and a fundamental part of it. I want you to consider Congress Maynard once again. Congress Maynard will be the best representative for constituency number 3. And so I'm asking you to give him your full support. Congress said that you have what? Awakened the sleeping tiger. When you listen to his presentation, the man has depth. The man has something not only to bring to our party and not only to West Farm and Boys, but also to this country. You hear how the man gonna digitalize all of our systems so that you can just flick your phone and apply for whatever you want? That is an innovative man. Will be part of an innovative government
because he's part of an innovative team. This is the best team for St. Kitts-Nevis at this time. I tell them, no trouble labor at all. For 7 years, they thought that they had labor down. But we said to them that when they think labor is down, remember that we are never out. And labor is on the rise again here in St. Kitts-Nevis.
We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
And that is why we are fighting for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. We are fighting for the soul of our country. And I'm asking all of us here tonight and all of our citizens that we have a responsibility to fight for our democracy. Because what is taking place in St. Kitts right now is making us the laughing stock of the Caribbean and the laughing stock of the world. And it's time to put St. Kitts back on track and back to being number one. And that is why I'm asking you to vote for the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Look at this team. Look at this team. Wow. No comparison whatsoever. On this team, you have a specialist in almost every area that you can think of. Competent, ready to lead, ready to serve, innovative, and ready to take St. Kitts-Nevis back to number one and beyond. I want to say to the people of St. Kitts-Nevis that I've been hearing all sorts of things that St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will do and will not do. And they have been going around spreading rumors after rumors on the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. But the more they talk, is the bigger the crowd get. The more they talk, is the bigger the crowd get. The more they talk, is the bigger the crowd get. The more they talk, is the more the people love us. And that is why we are ready. They have been saying that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party gonna end the PAP. P-A-P. And I want to address that tonight. P-A-P. They said that we're going to end that. But I want the people of St. Kitts-Nevis to know that when it came to poverty alleviation programs, it was the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party that started the program. Let's put things in perspective. You can't trust them over there. In less than 2 years, they're accusing each other of the worst things. The only party you can truly trust now is the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. They said they fail you. Their own words told you that. Comrades, we started the PAP program. But we did not call it any PAP. We call it the MEND program. And in Nevis, we call it the RISE program. And we started the pilot program to study poverty in St. Kitts-Nevis. And the objective of that program was to lift every family out of poverty. That is why I say, is we start the PAP. The PAP is a watered-down version to what St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party would have brought to the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Tell them you don't want a watered-down thing. You don't want a watered-down thing. You want the real thing. And the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will bring the real thing. Let me tell you how the program was structured, comrades. It was structured this way. That the family would have been studied and evaluated. Because there are families that deserve more than $500 to lift them out of poverty. That is why I say it is a watered-down version of what the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will bring. I often speak of the single mothers because I know how it go. The struggle hard. I grew up with a single mother and a single grandmother. Things could get tight. There are families that you go to and you see a mother there with 3 and 4 children, working 2 jobs sometimes and cannot lift out of poverty. And under this pandemic, many of them don't have jobs. And look at what have happened up at Gyro Electronics. So here you have a young woman, fired from job, not fired, but laid off because it's closing down. She goes home, and you're going to tell her that all she can get is $500 per month? Cajola, sorry. There are women who deserve more than that. And that is why under the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, it will be better because we will bring the real program to the people and end the watered down version. There are families who will get more than $500 because we don't want people in St. Kitts to live under poverty anymore. That is what the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will bring to correct the PAP here for our people in St. Kitts and Nevis. Tell them that. So when they go around here talking about Labour going to end the PAP, you just say, look, it's Labour who started. And we got the real version, not the watered down version. And those of you who deserve to be on it and are not on it, you will get on it under the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. I tell you, we ready, you know. I tell you, we ready, you know. They ain't got nothing new, you know. It's everything they take from Labour and water it down. We're going to step it back up to where it is supposed to be.
One step ahead, on them boys' head. One step ahead.
Comrades, I have one more thing I want to touch because I want to get you out of here before 12. And that is the issue of housing. The St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party recognizes, and when each of these candidates goes around in their respective constituencies, there are a lot of multi-generational housing situation here in St. Kitts and Nevis. That's a big word to me. You got great-grandmother, grandmother, mother, child living in the same house. And when all these people live in the same house, sometimes you got too much confusion. Sometimes one bathroom for all these people. And that is creating tension in houses. And I want to say tonight that we want you to spread out. Spread out. Spread out. Get your own house. Get your own thing. And in addition to the bundle of materials, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will start a major housing project to build 2,000 homes for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Comrades, we want people to get their houses. We want people not to wait till they're 50 to get a house. You're 50, you get a house. 55, they send you home. Your social security cannot pay the mortgage of the house. So you retire in poverty. We have to put an end to that. Young people, you will own homes. Young women, you will own homes. Young men, you will own homes. Things will change here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Labour got the plan. Labour got the program. We ain't want a water down thing. We want the real thing.
We know how we do it. Can't stop it. We know how we do it.
Comrades, can you imagine the boasting saying they build 400 houses in 7 years? Can you imagine that? 400 houses in 7 years. When Labour used to build 1,250 houses on average per term. Imagine that. Labour built over 5,000 houses and they boasted about 400 houses. But under Labour, we will start a major housing project here so that the plumbers, we have any plumbers here tonight? Well, we want you. Any electrician here tonight? We want you. Any carpenter here tonight? We want you. What other trade you got out there? All the tradesmen, the mason them, the man them who can run blocks. Well, we want you too. I hear the tilesman them. We want tilesman. We want you. And the steel bender. We want you. We're going to put back the country to work. After a pandemic, you need to go back to work so that you can rebuild yourself. That is what Labour is about. We want a water down thing. We want the real thing. And only Labour can deliver that for you. Comrades, I will touch it last now. This constituency. And I will talk a little bit about healthcare. They said, Dr. Drew, you don't talk about it. Because I wanted you all to know I can talk about any topic. Tell them that I'm a diversified man and versatile. I could say it in Spanish. I could say it in English. And some French too, you know. And some French, you know. Because there be French friends here tonight. Bonsoir. Bonjour. Simmer down. That's what he used to say. But comrades, on a serious note, with the issue of healthcare, we are going to revolutionize it. And I have the health plan already. And I'm going to present the health plan at the right time so they can know that I'm not making no joke with this. Never under labor, no children going to die from any curable disease. A check will be written and send the child overseas even if the program is not in place as yet. We're going to do that for our children. They ain't going to die no more. I am not going to allow the children to die as the leader of this country. My colleagues will not allow that to happen either. We are compassionate people. That is what labor is about. We care about you, the people of this country. And so I want to say that my heart is sad when people have to go over to the monkey farm to do MRI. And guess what, they send me a letter. And the letter says, animal use policy. This thing is serious. They send me a letter to say animal use policy of the MRI. After you would have put an animal in the machine will be wiped down with bleach and be prepared for human use. Comrades, and guess who signed the letter? Guess who signed the letter? Alexis Nisbet, who is the husband of Akila Nisbet. That is why they're not putting any MRI up in the JNF, because they can make millions of dollars over at the monkey farm. That injustice will come to an end. Within the first month, we are going to order a brand new MRI machine and put it at JNF. First month. First month. And you know what I'm going to do tonight? I want to put the purchasing order personnel at JNF. Prepare the papers, because right after the election, we are going to order the MRI machines, and if it can come less than a month, it will be there. Labor ready for you. Labor ready for you. And I'm asking you to get ready for labor. It will not be the same. And so I'm asking the PAM people, because in PAM meeting, they're saying comrades. So I'm telling the PAM people, labor is on your mind. So come home to labor. Come home to labor if labor is on your mind.
We're ready for the road.
I want to say to the PLP people, come back to the real thing. You don't want the water down thing. Come back to the real thing. We'll embrace you with open arms. Come home to labor, because we got the real thing to put the country back on track. And to those who don't believe in politics, I ain't vexed with you. You have reason not to believe in politics. Because politicians 5 years ago, 7 years ago came to you and they told you that they were unity. They told you that they were together and that they were better than labor. And many of you gave them a chance and made vex with you because it's your constitutional right. Because they make the thing look so good. They dress it up so nice. Huh? And then what they do? Come tell you it was never good in the first place. Empty, empty, empty. And so people have lost trust in politicians, hope in politicians. And so it makes it very, very difficult. And that is why some people are saying the politicians, them are there to tell lie, so we might just take the money. But I want to say to the people of this country that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party is not about that. I want you to once again look at the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party as the best team to take St. Kitts forward. Do not sell out your vote. Do not sell out your vote. You are worth more than that. So So when they bring the money, take the money and vote them out.
When they come
Take
by
the
your
money
door
and vote
they
them
start
out.
to spout. When they come by your door and they start to spout.
Take the money and put them out.
Take the cell phone, take the Nike.
Take the money and put them out.
Take the money and vote them out. Because when you get $500 and you get sick, no MRI up the hospital. When you take $5,000 and you get sick, it can't send you overseas. When you take $5,000, it can't build a house. When you take $5,000, it can't give you a piece of land. When you take $5,000, it can't buy a good laptop for multiple years because you might need a laptop to be replaced. And that is why I'm saying to you that don't sell yourself short. And as I wrap up tonight, I want you to take a look at this team because I'm not doing it alone. I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with a competent team. And so in constituency number 1, I want you to vote for the shepherd, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. Put your hands together for him. And in constituency number 2, woman of power, lawyer, comrade, Marsha Henderson. And in constituency number 3, the man who you must vote for down here in Boys West Farm, the next representative for number 3, the Honorable Congress Maynard. And in constituency number 4, let me hear you roar. Constituency number 4, roar for Comrade Samuel Duggins. And in constituency number 5, number 5 must come alive. You need a real leader in number 5, a constituency representative of the people, Comrade Kenneth Douglas. And in constituency number 6, the veteran of the team. You can't have a team without a veteran. You need a veteran on a team. Comrade, Dr. Denzel Llewellyn Douglas. And in constituency number 7, by consensus, the girls say he's the most handsome. Let him take that. Nothing wrong with that. But our David in constituency number 7 will take on Timothy Harris and he will compete with him because he's not afraid of him. Comrade Leon Nathan-Nelson. And in constituency number 8. Where is constituency number 8? Where is constituency number 8? Where is constituency number 8? From Atlas to Beaufort. Where are you? Number 8. We are ready. They're not going to steal it again. Good night. God bless you. Labour is ready for you. Ready to lead. Ready to stabilize the government. Thank you. God bless all of you. Good night.
Tell them say we red and we ready. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Boy, you're not be ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. You're not be ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. Boom. They know I'm red. They know I'm brown. And you can see me jumping up in the crowd. So tell a friend and shouting loud. It's labor we have vote. Tell them labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Boy, you're not be ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. You're not be ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I fought it for labor. We ready. Tell them that we ready. Come on, this the best man to keep the country steady. Ready. Let them know we ready. We voting for labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. We only with labor. It's the labor. I only with labor. It's the labor. Boy, you're not be ask if I's a labor man. I only with labor. I voting for labor. You're not be
Yeah. Comrades, we're just inviting you tomorrow evening to the campaign headquarters launch in East Bastia, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. And then on Saturday, in constituency number 3, the campaign headquarters launch for Congress. And the drawing of the raffle is going to happen at Comrade Jeffrey's opening. So we have a packed weekend. And number 5 as well, opening the office tomorrow afternoon as well. So see you all, packed weekend, support every constituency.
I roll with labor. I fought it for them. You're not me ass. If I say labor. Tell a friend.